This is really a complete reconfiguration of the Mercy campus.
Some big changes underway at Mercy Hospital. More on the improvements taking place on campus. Plus, the Anoka County Fair is in full swing. We'll take an inside look at the 4-H program. But first.
So we've been working really hard to publicize the event.
District 11 now hiring for the new school year. That tops CTN News this Friday, July 29th, 2016. Thanks for joining us. The new school year starts in just over a month.
That has district administrators in the midst of a big hiring spree. On Wednesday, District 11 held job fair at the Educational Service Center in Anoka. It's the second year in a row they've held the event. The Anoka Independent School District employs 8,000 people. 2,700 of those are teachers, so there's openings in many areas outside of the classroom.
When people think about working for a school district, they think, oh, they're looking for teachers or they're looking for support staff for the classroom. And we have openings in many, many different departments and have a lot of need for positions that are either school year positions, some that work year round. We have a variety of shifts available. So there's just a lot of opportunity that we want to make sure our community is aware of.
The openings include everything from child nutrition workers and custodians to secretaries and substitutes. To check out a list of jobs available, just log on to the district's website. You can also apply for individual jobs online. Several of the openings featured at the job fair include school bus driver positions.
CTN's Joe Nelson found out why there is often a need and the advantages of working behind the wheel.
Todd Strumman says he first took the wheel in a school bus more than 30 years ago for its convenience while in college.
Work a little bit in the morning, go to school for about 4 hours, and come back and do the afternoon.
But he says it's not the steady schedule or pay that kept him in the driver's seat.
I've had kids that I've had from kindergarten through middle school on the bus. You get to know the family, you know the siblings.
Unfortunately, not enough people have followed Todd's route. Kaki says they're always looking for new drivers, but this is the perfect time to apply.
When the economy is doing really well, we tend to be a little more short of drivers. When people find full-time positions with full-time benefits, that can also take away from our workforce.
Kotke's bus service safety director Cheryl Brown says going from being a regular Class D licensed driver to driving school buses is about a month-long process. People must apply, show they have clean driving and criminal records, attend training, get 3 permits and a physical, and then start practicing behind the wheel.
You're in charge of getting them to and from school in a safe manner. Those winter months, we're in Minnesota, we know, those are more difficult days. But you take the responsibility and you get the job done.
With a crew partly made up of college students and retirees, Cheryl says she hopes people realize the importance of driving a school bus and will apply.
A lot of kids that we transport, we might be the only person that says good morning to them or have a good day. People have the impression that, oh, driving a school bus, you're just going to have chaos, but that's not true. It really is very enjoyable having the interaction with the students.
And it's just fun to be out and about at whatever store or whatever, and you see them and they, Mom, that's my bus driver.
In Andover, Joe Nelson, CTN News.
Kotke says drivers do not have to be available for both morning and afternoon shifts and don't have to work the weekends.
Allina nurses and management will once again meet with negotiators next week to try to hammer out a new contract agreement. Thousands of nurses took part in a one-week strike in June after being unable to reach an agreement on a new contract. Both sides have met twice since the strike, with the biggest sticking point being health insurance. Last Friday, nurses offered to eliminate 2 of their own health insurance plans, but they say Allina rejected their proposal. The next negotiation session will take place August 1st. Nurses have not ruled out the possibility of another strike.
This week marked the beginning of some more big changes on the campus of Mercy Hospital here in Coon Rapids. On Wednesday, the entrance to the emergency room was relocated to the west side of the hospital, facing Dakota Street. Parking for the ER is now available in a parking lot on the west side of Dakota. In addition, the main entrance will eventually be relocated near a new parking deck, which will be constructed over the next year off Coon Rapids Boulevard.
We wanted to be able to create a more condensed parking option that enhanced really the front entrance experience as well of the hospital. So our main entrance wasn't very well marked. We didn't have a lot of parking around it. This will position parking near what will be a new front entrance. We believe a much more welcoming environment.
In addition to the entrance changes and parking deck, plans call for an expanded ER with new operating rooms, a renovated surgery services area, an expanded ICU area, and a new orthopedic joint center. Starting next year, Mercy and Unity will operate as one hospital as they continue to combine some services, including mental health, which will move to the Unity campus in early 2017. Allina is spending more than $100 million on improvements at both campuses.
There's good news for beer lovers. Coon Rapids will be getting its first tap room by the beginning of next year. This week, Alloy Brewing Company announced plans to open a brewery on the south side of Coon Rapids Boulevard, just east of Crooked Lake Boulevard. The 4,600 square foot facility will utilize 8 existing garage doors on hot days to allow a breeze into the building. There will also be a future outdoor space. For updates, you can follow Alloy Brewing Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Organizers of the 3M Championship are gearing up for a big week in Blaine. The annual golf tournament starts August 1st and runs through the 7th. This week we found crews setting up for the tournament, which takes place at the TPC of the Twin Cities. John Daly will make his debut in the tournament. Kenny Perry will be back to defend his title and try for a historic three-peat. Once again, admission is free. This year the 3M Championship is expected to donate $1.3 million to Allina Health from tournament proceeds. The Anoka County Fair started Tuesday and runs through Sunday.
Now, whether you like the midway live shows or the food, there's certainly a lot to do. Once you stop, you should consider the 4-H building. From the Animals and Science Project, there's a lot to see. CTN Steve Antis has more.
You know the Anoka County Fair is filled with lots of food and fun, but the fun for families is readily on display at the 4-H building.
Okay, go!
There's something going on here every day, and tonight is family night.
Every Wednesday of our county fair, we have what's called Family Fun Night. It's an hour-long chance for families to come with their kids, and we have free crafts and activities for them to participate in.
So you can choose any sponge you want.
Building boats taps into the creative mind of young children like 9-year-old Miranda, a 4-H volunteer.
Now choose whatever big size of these you want.
This project takes participants under the sea.
We are making squids is what they are, but most of the kids are calling them octopuses.
Volunteer Vicki Bentz has older children in 4-H and enjoys doing outreach.
So they're gluing the paper on to the bowls, and then they're putting little googly eyes on them, and then we're putting some ribbon on that's the tentacles.
Sensors help to figure out where you're going.
The Robotics Club demonstrated their talents. 14-year-old Andrew Heaton talked about the team challenges robots face in competition.
You have a race against the clock. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do as many challenges as you could possibly can.
With concern for the heads, hearts, hands, and health of today's youth, 4-H holds the key to brighter futures for all children.
When families do come in here, it's a chance for them to kind of see what 4-H is a little bit about and hopefully gain some interest to then want to join, to get us new members.
From the Anoka County Fair, Steve Antis, CTN News.
4-H has events and activities going on throughout the weekend, and on Sunday the Anoka County Fair wraps up with music legend Sherwin Linton performing from 4 to 7 p.m. at the band shell. A Coon Rapids man has been named an outstanding senior at this year's Anoka County Fair. John Leggett received the honor during a ceremony held Wednesday on Senior Day. Leggett was recognized for his work with the Coon Rapids Community Strength Foundation, the Coon Rapids North Star Lions Club, and Snowflake Days. He now goes on to represent Anoka County at the State Fair on September 1st.
A local veteran is taking pleasure in one of life's simple pleasures after a 25-year wait. Scott Favilla was injured in the Gulf War, leaving his left arm paralyzed and a variety of other injuries throughout his body. When mowing his lawn with a standard push mower became too difficult, he turned to the community for help to raise funds for a riding lawnmower.
We went up as far as Big Lake and as down as far as Eden Prairie. And so they're putting up flyers and talking to people in local businesses about the campaign we're trying to do.
With the help of the community, Scott was able to surpass his fundraising goal of $3,200. He will be donating the extra money to charity. We'll have more on Scott and his journey on the August edition of Community Close-Up. Pretty cool deal there.
Way to go. And one more fun story for today. Our own Steve Erickson's birthday is today, and he has turned 40.
I have the proof. They made me wear this
40
thing around,
people,
so.
40. Doesn't he look awesome?
I don't feel a day over 40 at all.
He finally surpassed me. I'm not sure how it happened, but it did. Congratulations, Steve.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.